Hello, everyone. Today we're talking about animals, the mysterious bond between humans and animals. Animals can become such an important part of our lives that sometimes the connection feels deeper than ordinary companionship. Today, I want to ask the cards 3 questions about that special bond. Why do some people feel such unusually deep bonds with animals? And we've got the Hierophant card. And the Hierophant is telling us that animals and humans have been around for a long time, and that animals understand humans a lot more than humans understand the animals. The animals are united, and they form strong bonds between themselves, and also they form strong bonds with humans. And the more they're around humans, the more closer they become to the humans. And that's, I think, how a lot of the animals were tamed, and humanity have always relied on animals, and animals pretty much could be by themselves, but they enjoy being around humans too. And they can tell a lot of times what's on your mind and what's going on. And they can see further into the spirit world, and humans can. They can see beyond the veil a lot. And we're getting the Page of Pentacles. And the Page of Pentacles is telling us that animals have brought humanity forward in a lot of different ways. Their companionship and their loyalty and their willingness to cooperate with the human species is quite amazing. And of course, the humans have to rely on some of the animals for food, which is kind of sad, when you think about it in a way. But that's the way our Creator created it. Certain animals are to be used for food. Of course, there's controversy that stems around that as well. Which animals are the ones to be used and which ones aren't, that sort of thing. But abundance and happiness and good things have come from having bonds with animals in a lot of different ways. And the Seven of Swords. And the Seven of Swords is telling us that there's always been kind of a thing where people don't always get along when it comes to the opinion about animals. Some think that animals have their place and the humans have their place. And that's true up to a certain point. And some people feel that you shouldn't love an animal more than you do a human being. That can cause problems and a lot of struggle. I can see a lot of struggle between people from different parts of the world view animals. Like some, like I think cows are considered in India are considered sacred, and there's a lot of division on certain things like that. And my intuition tells me there is division about between the different parts of the world on what animals should be used for and what they shouldn't be used for, and how close we should be to them, that sort of thing. And the Empress is very close to the animals, as you can see. You got your butterfly, you got the rabbit and the deer, all these cute animals. See them down there? And she loves her animals. and she wants them close by, and you got the bird there. They're so beautiful, and they bring her joy, bring her peace, bring her happiness. When she talks to her animals, and they seem to talk back. They relay the message. You get the message from their actions, different ways, and intuitively, we can talk to them if we develop that bond and that type of, you know, thing where you get that spiritually in closeness to the animals. You can practically know what we're thinking before that we know what they're thinking. So that's something to be thinking about too. Animals are wonderful, and I don't know too many people that don't love animals. We're so glad that they do. You know, you like your little dogs and your kitty cats and rabbits and pretty fuzzy little animals that are so dear. And so that's something to be thinking about there as we go forward. Why can the connection with one particular animal feel so powerful, so personal, and sometimes almost impossible to explain? Why do some people feel such unusually deep bonds with animals? And we're getting a strength card. And of course, you see the lady holding the lion. And of course, we all know that the lion is a very, very wild animal, and, and can be very dangerous. But it has come to know her, and they've become friends, and she has it tamed, and it's her like a companion, and actually some way of keeping evil away and keeping the bad guys from trying to take. She can control over. So that's a good thing. Not many people want to mess with a lion. So that's something very important to think about. So it's good to know that the lion is there to protect this lady because of the unusually deep bond that they have been able to form. Unusually deep bond with this very ferocious animal. And the hanging man, people do sometimes find themselves in a kind of a place where they feel very unsafe around certain animals as they go about their duties in everyday life. And some people are not able to bond with animals as well as others, and they find themselves in a predicament where they're at a loss for trying to get along with the animals because not being able to be around enough animals would put people at a loss for that, I could see. The Eight of Cups is saying that as we go forward and travel, we find ourselves being happy that we have made deep bonds with certain animals. The unusually deep bonds with animals have been able to help some of the people to be more prosperous in this sense, in this question, that these animals that we form great bonds with have helped us to be happier and to put out an aura about us, to put out a feeling of happiness and joy and unity that attracts people, employers, and people go out of their way to want to help you as a result of having those unusually deep bonds. Therefore, you can prosper from being able to be kind and happy and being great unison with others, having that high vibration about you that's attractive to others. That some people just want to help you, and when they want to help you, they can help you, maybe give you a job or show you things that you need to know where you can make money. Do almost anything. It's all about a mindset or a kind of a happiness that's about you that attracts the good things to you, and that deep bond with animals can really help that in a lot of ways. And we're getting the Ten of Pentacles. And the Ten of Pentacles is showing us that, oh, there's a cute little, I don't know, is it a chipmunk? Oh, it's so cute. And then there's the mouse or the rat. And they're all trying to get into the treasure box with all that pentacles, all that abundance, all that greatness. And they say, we can be part of it too. So it's so great to know that even some of the animals that we're not as fond of as those type of animals. Some people have pet little white mice and different things, and guinea pigs, and all kinds of cute little animals that they bond with and are happy to have. And it's just all in a matter of perception and being close to nature, whether it be the animals or plants and different things that brings happiness and joy to your life. And it's such a good feeling to know that we can bond with animals. It's really a wonderful thing. We can feel the connection with one particular animal feels so powerful. Why can the connection with one particular animal feel so powerful, so personal, and sometimes almost impossible to explain? Okay. We're getting the King of Swords. And the King of Swords is telling us that animals do understand our emotions a lot more deeply than we realize. So deeply. They a lot of when they you can tell, like when a dog sees you in distress, and they've been really close to you, and they just lay down and kind of whimper and look so sad. They know that you're hurting. They know that you need their love, but they have so much empathy that they just kind of lay down and put their head down and just wait on you to kind of come back from that a little bit, so that when they do come over and put their sweet little head in your hands and look up at you with those beautiful eyes, then they know that that'll comfort you and make you feel better for whatever it is that you're going through. So they love you and care about you and have so much empathy for you. Kind of sad to think that humans go through emotional distress, but they do. It's all part of being a human, and part of being an animal is being there for some of the humans, especially dogs and cats. And they have a lot of allegiance to you, a lot of loyalty to you. And they give you such unconditional love. And the Chariot is telling us that animals are there for you no matter wherever you go, even around the world. Animals are pretty much the same no matter where you're at, even though the species may change from country to country. and region to region. Animals, for the most part, the good, sweet animals that God put on the earth for the humans to be with and to care about, means a lot no matter where you go in the world. And the beautiful zebras and the elephants, and then you got your tigers, and you got your bears, and you got panthers, and it just goes on and on. So many beautiful, wonderful animals that you could probably become friends with if you was around them long enough. We're getting the Six of Swords. We're beginning to be more enlightened now as we go forward about animals. We see how we was wrong in a lot of ways, like killing off all the buffalo and some animals becoming extinct because they were hunted down so much. And mankind is coming back into the light after having so much disregard for animals that are here for us, for our for food and for everything in the balance of nature. So getting rid of all the animals, too many of one type of species of animals, is not a good thing. We should always be trying to keep more animals around so that nature can be what it is and stay that way. And the Ten of Wands, now that people have begun to understand that the animals and the deep bonds that you create with those animals are to be respected and thought something of, and that we shouldn't be worried about the poor animals and trying to overkill them and all. And as you see the little deers, see all the pretty deers. You know, a lot of people like to hunt a lot of deer. You know, deers have become more prevalent now. I mean, one year I saw 23 deers in 1 year just driving to Pittsburgh and back when I used to go the old way. Deers that year. So we packed up our wands and we're heading out of the area where all the deer are there to be hunted, and we're not going to do that no more to them. We're making it all right, dears. Don't fear me. I love you, and I'm so glad you're around. And the people are waking up to the fact that you shouldn't overkill any species. You got to have a balance there. Things are changing all over the world in respect to animals and their deep bond with humans. Not all humans, but some humans, and all depending on what type of animals it is that you have that deep bond with, or that you can form a deep bond with. Can they sense when we are sad, worried, lonely, happy, or simply in need of comfort, even when we haven't said a word? What can animals teach us about love, trust, and connection? We're getting the Eight of Cups. And the Eight of Cups is saying that human beings sometimes have to have help learning about love and to trust and to connect, because some humans are continually looking away from what their accomplishments was, and they're always headed for more and more, and they don't stop and they don't think about simpler things in life. They want to go for the gusto. They want to go for abundance and for what materialism and how they can go forward in the world in a monetary sense, instead of taking time out to know what love is, or trust, or connection to other human beings, or let alone animals. And the Queen of Cups is showing us her beautiful little puppies and their little dogs. They're so sweet and so kind and so lovable. And these animals have taught her a lot about love, trust, and connection because she has it all with them. She's very happy. She's a very abundant. She's a queen. She has her palace. She has her cup, golden cup. She's holding and she's very happy. She's so connected with her animals. And they've taught her that love and trust and connecting with others, connecting with them, is a great accomplishment and has brought her forward to accomplish where she's at today, which is being a queen. And the Justice card is showing the balance between the trust and the love and the connection between the animals and between the humans. When that has been obtained, where that you're on that equilibrium, where that you're you can trust the animal as much as it can trust you. It can love you as much as you love it. You can connect with it as much as it connects with you. That brings you into a whole different way of looking at things. And it's such a happy, wonderful thing to know that unconditional love for the animals can bring us such joy and happiness and unity. And the King of Cups, he's a very happy king. He's a very abundant king. And that he has his little seahorses up there. And they're probably some of his friends from way back in the day because he respects animals, he respects their love, their trust, and he connects with them so well that he has become a king and rules with all the good things that life has to give for his kingdom and everybody that's in his kingdom that are being treated properly and well, and the beauty and the love from all that comes from trusting and loving and connecting with animals through their loyalty, companionship, and the way they live so naturally in the moment. Is there something important we can learn from them? Maybe the bond between people and animals is much deeper than we sometimes give it credit for. I'd love to know what you think. Have you ever had an animal in your life that seems to understand you in a way you could hardly explain? And I'll also be offering personal tarot card readings. I'll be posting information soon about the different types of readings that will be available, along with the pricing. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you again next time on Tarot with Grady Light.